Hey guys, welcome back to another DirectX tutorial. So we could continue where we left off last time. We left off finishing our initializing the stencil buffer. In this one, we're going to go into initialize function. And here, you want to say if not initialized, if it didn't initialize correctly, then initialize stencil view. Then return false. Nope, what did I do? Okay, I have no idea what I just did. Okay. Anyway, you want to go to that function, and inside of here we can call D3D11 def stencil view description def stencil view description, and like always, we always can have the H results. And again, we want to initialize it. Zero memory, size of that, and then set it up. Set up description. I'm gonna set the format to be DXGI format. D24 unorm S8 uint. View dimensions equals D3 D11 DSV dimension 2D dimension texture 2D and texture 2D mip slice equals 0. And then we're gonna create the stencil view. Create def stencil view results equals device create def stencil view def stencil buffer and description def stencil view. Make sure you dereference that. And like always, you want to say it failed results return false. That's it for that function. That was a little bit not too bad, right guys? Wasn't too bad. So I want to go back to initialize function. Under our initialize stencil view that we created earlier, I'll say add device context OMS OM set render targets 1 M render target view M def stencil view. Basically what we're doing here, I don't know why I said what is do that. Basically what we're doing here, we want to bind the render target view and def stencil buffer to the output render pipeline. Now what we want to do is if initialize rasterizer state rasterizer. If it didn't initialize correctly, then make sure you want to return false. You want to go to that function. And here I want to say D3D11 rasterizer description that go as each result. You want to set up description. Anti-alias enable equals false. Call mode equals D3D11. Go back. I don't know what color you guys want. To be honest with me, I have to change that. Def bias equals 0. Def bias clamp equals 0f. Def clip enable equals true. The fill mode D3D11 fill solid. I guess this is how you make a wireframe. Front counter clockwise equals false. Multi-sample enable, set that to false. And the scissor enable to set that to false. Slope scale depth bias equals 0.f. We want to create the rasterizer state. Result equals device create rasterizer state. Raster I keep doing that. And like always, have failed results and return false if it failed. And then you want to set the rasterizer. Device context rs set state and raster state, and we return if everything well. Okay. Once that is done, you want to go back to our initialize function. Once again, under that one, we want to initialize our viewport. I created that function, initialize. Because I misspelled it. Anyway, you want to initialize a viewport called screen width, screen height. We're gonna go to that function. It's misspelled right now, actually. Okay, there we go. So in there, basically, simple. What the function says. What the function says. Okay. Sorry. It's a viewport. You're gonna set up viewport.width equals float of screen width. Height equals float screen height. Viewport.minDef equals 0.f. Max def equals 1. Top left x equals 0. And top left y equals 0. And create viewport. So device context rs set viewports 100%. viewport. Yay. You're almost done, guys. We're almost done with this initialize function. We're almost done. We got 2 more functions to go, and this DirectX thing is done, completed. Which I can do in this video, actually, which is amazing. If we can initialize our alpha blending, initialize. Let me spell initialize too for that function. Initialize. Yes, I did. Why did I mess it up? Why did I mess it up? Initialize alpha blending. And if it fails, make sure you return false. And I might as well create the other function too. If that way we're done with this function, initialize z buffer. And if it fails, then like always return false. So we're gonna work on initialize function. We're gonna work on that one, and like always, that's not set correctly because I messed it up. Oh, hold on, let me set correctly. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Oh, okay. We initialize alpha blending. We can need here is D3, D11, blend, description. Equals initialize clear, whatever, description. And we can pass in here, description. Render target 0. That blend enable equals true. That render target 0. The source blend. We can be D3, D11, blend, source alpha, blend source alpha. I just saw you. Okay. I just want to copy this because I don't want to rewrite everything. Destination blend equals D3, D11, blend inverse source alpha, blend op D3, D11, blend 1. Oh yes, that's the next one. Sorry. Blend op additive. We can make it additive, of course. Source blend alpha equal D3, D11, blend 1. Destination blend alpha equals D3, D11, blend 0. Blend alpha blend OP alpha D3, D11, blend OP add. And the last one is render target right mask equals 0x0f. Now we're going to create the blend state or alpha blend state. Result equals mDevice create blend. Create blend state of M. Great. Description and M alpha blending state. If failed, result. Like always, return false. That means, oh, I didn't create it. Each result, no wonder I didn't get it earlier. And we can make a slightly modified state of what I did earlier. To create the disabled alpha blend state. Just to one parameter or one member variable. Blend state render target of 0. You're gonna call blend enable to false. And now we're gonna create the disabled blend state. And it's the same thing as it created here. Just it's the other one, M alpha disabled blending state. And if it failed, return. Now what we want to do is initialize the Z buffer. We'll come back to these after I initialize this one. D3, D11, def, stencil, description, def, disabled, stencil, descript, each result. Want to make sure clear the description. Zero memory. This size of this. Okay. So what we want to do is go back to our def stencil state. I think it was this one. No, it's not that one. Let's look at it first. Yes, you want to go back to your initialize def stencil buffer. And you want to copy this entire thing. I'm going to copy that entire thing. Because unless you want to write this all over again, because I don't want to. You know what? I don't really care right now. Same thing. The only difference is that this is going to be false. Everything else stays the same. It's kind of like this one, basically. I probably should have created it up there, but it's up to you guys. Same thing. Then you want to create that state. Create disabled state. Result equals and device. Create def stencil state. Ampersand of that dereference. And F def disabled state, and if failed, result return false. So what he did here, you go to your you want to go to your initialize def stencil buffer function, and you want to copy all of this. Copy it and paste it in here. paste it inside your initialize C buffer, and make sure def enable is false. So that's all we did. So that's it for that function. Now what do we need is enable alpha blending functions. So in float blend factor of 4, and it's kind of dumb to be honest, but all of them is going to be set to 0. All 4 of them. And say if enable and device context om set blend state alpha enable blend factor, and here it's going to be 0 x fff fff, so 8 f's. Otherwise, if it's disabled, we're going to copy this entire thing and call the other one instead, alpha disabled. That's all you need for that one. Disabling the C buffer is similar as well. If enable C buffer and device context om set def stencil state def stencil state to 1. I'll stop doing that, to be honest. But anyways, else we're gonna call the other one def disable stencil state. So there you go. That's this entire DirectX. I thought it was gonna be a lot more tutorials. Tutorial parts for this tutorial. Tutorial parts for this tutorial. Okay, whatever. So yeah, let me see. Hold on, before I blabber, I want to make sure it works. Okay, it works. Alrighty. So there you go. This is the DirectX manager. So we have initialized DirectX. Of course, we haven't called it yet because, like I said, I'm trying to create an engine where all the stuff can be connected. So you're not going to see anything on the screen until maybe tutorial 4. So I apologize, but we're almost there, guys. We finished the biggest part of this engine, and which is the DirectX, initializing it. And that's terrible because it sucks. So in the next tutorial, we're gonna create our graphics class and our engine class, where we're gonna combine all the stuff. We're gonna have DirectX to be inside graphics class, and graphics class inside engine. So engine is gonna be my singleton, where I'm gonna be calling all of these stuff, grabbing all the devices and blah blah blah. But I know it doesn't make sense right now, but once you get there, you'll understand. It's similar, very similar to the OpenGL. So I'm kind of creating it similar to that one. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do in the next tutorial. So look for it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you can. If there's anything that you guys don't understand, I'll do my best to explain myself. Alright. And if there's anything in here that you think that I could have done better, or it could have been done this way, or any feedback will always be appreciated. So just don't be mean about it. Just let me know and see if I can do it. I'll update it, do an update video on it, and yeah. So thumbs up if you can, guys, and I'll see you guys next time, and we'll continue this. So, signing out, guys. Sayonara.